What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night, great weekend. Appreciate you taking the time, hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough, but we're here a little bit after 8:20 here, almost 8:30. Wild as hell outside. The lightning is pretty intense. Hearing a little bit thunder rolling in, but I hope you're all staying safe, enjoying your weekend here. But the Eagles had themselves a little bit of an active week, so we're going to talk about all the moves that went down. We'll talk about all the things you need to know about all the new players, everything under the sun. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. This is a live one, but if you're watching this later, always love to hear from you. Always down to talk some birds. But we'll go through. We'll take a look at each of these moves that the Eagles have made, and I'll just recap you on everything, but love to hear your thoughts on this one. We jump over here to the comments, and then we'll go through. We'll recap everything that happened this week. I'll show you the updated cap, the updated draft picks, all the stuff you need to know, updated depth chart. But appreciate you, Tiffany, Lynn, Little G, Nina in the building. Appreciate you all. Cannot thank you enough for taking the time here. Busy week for me. What a crazy week. Finally got a sale on Friday. So you guys know how it's been going. I've technically got 3 out of 5 here, but the one canceled, the one couldn't get financed. But on the books, it's 3 for 5. I don't know. But I'm only going to get paid for one of them. So, hey, look, we're still in training, but doing my best to keep you guys up to date. I drive all over Narnia. My days are insane. So I try to stop when I have a break and post what I can. But I'm going to try each night to give you guys a little recap, but always going to do this weekly recap, but just realize we're getting into the draft stuff here. Let's go. It's about that time. So I'll be pumping out videos talking about the draft, getting you ready, and then, of course, giving you my pick this year. Can I get back on track? They're going 5 years in a row, missed the last 2. Let's go. So I appreciate you all taking the time here, guys. I love to see you sharing that love down there in that chat. But let me go through these real quick, and we'll talk about the moves that were made. One of those moves, Andy Dalton being traded for. And look, a lot of people feeling a certain way. I don't know why. You get yourself a veteran quarterback. You let Sam Howell go in free agency. So if Tanner McKee is expendable, you trade him. Well, you have yourself a backup. Probably bring someone up in the draft, maybe an undrafted kid, to be in the mix for that backup quarterback. But it's just a 7th-round pick next year. We had a couple of them, so not a big deal at all. And, we made another trade, and this one, we talked about it. Didn't even think Sidney Brown could make this team, needed to upgrade at safety, and they do just that that same day, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you can see they get rid of a player that probably wasn't going to make it, and then you move up 8 picks in the 4th round, and then you move up 18 picks in the 6th round. So you're moving up in the draft. Howie already wheeling and dealing in the draft. He's a madman. We've talked about those things are going to change, and sure enough, they're already changing. So here's a look at the draft picks for the next 2 years. Still got 9 this year. Still got 7 for the next year. So, look, that's going to be a total of 23 picks when you look at the 7 in 2028 that you could trade when the draft starts. So Howie's got ammo. He's going to be moving all around and making magical things happen. And I can't wait to talk about the draft here this year. We've got ourselves some nice picks. And with the updated Atlanta picks, now we've got 3 of them from Atlanta. You can see a first, a second, 2 thirds here, the one from the Jets and a comp pick. Then you get a 4th from Atlanta and a comp pick, a 5th from Atlanta and a comp pick, and then a 6th from Atlanta. Thank you, Howie, you effing madman. Only 2 of our own picks there. So pretty wild, but that's Howie, and he's always going to be looking for the best way to make this team better. I'm all about it. But looking at, adding Andy Dalton, we actually added some players as well. And, JT Gray was one of them to replace Sidney Brown. And we talked about Sidney Brown's, efforts on special teams. He might have been struggling on defense, but at least he, brought a fire. But we needed to try to hone that thing in, and we just never could. So we bring in Gray. And look, Woolen, Jones, Ebiketie, the week before, hell yeah. On offense, you brought in Pierce. Brown, Smart, love it. I am so pumped up about these additions. Andy Dalton, we talked about. Pierce, we talked about, the 4th running back. You're going to have competition. Hopefully another young guy is here. Doubt he even makes the team. Munt, a blocking tight end. Smart, you're more receiving type tight end. Hollywood Brown bringing in that wide receiver 3. we'll see what goes down at the wide receiver position. But we talk about JT Gray. That is somebody that if you're looking at stats, you're going to say, what the? Because the guy only played in 5 games, had 3 tackles last year. Okay, he's 30 years old, 6 foot 202, undrafted in 2018. But the dude has been a second teamer in 2 All-Pro teams. So that, I believe, was in 19 and in 2024. So, look, the dude is a special teams ace. We're always looking to improve in every area. And that's what you do right there. So he's a safety, but he's not being brought in to be the starting safety. He is a special teamer. He's going to help you there unless you bring in a young kid that can beat him out. But I like the addition. And if you want to talk about starting safeties, well, we finally brought back Marcus Epps, and I've talked about it all offseason. You want to do that. Get a kid in the draft, but bring back a veteran. Marcus Epps is that guy. He joins the list, Calcaterra and Braden Mann, of guys that we re-signed that were free agents. And then you had some deals that were restructured with Michael Carter II, Landon Dickerson, Dallas Goedert. You also had those extensions. Jake Elliott had a couple years added on, but that just really moved money around. But Davis, he's here to stay for a while. Jake Elliott. So Howie has been making his moves. And I know, the reserve future picks get slept on a lot too. So a lot of guys we added before free agency even started. So a lot of names you're seeing here. And I know there's a lot of people hung up on all the people we lost, and I get it. We've lost, a handful here and a couple of handfuls. But you see, these players, none of them were a surprise. We talked about Jalen Phillips, if he got outpriced, and he did. So everyone else we knew would probably most likely be gone. So no reason to join the media and losing their minds there. But I think, this is just how free agency is. And you're going to have it every year. But for some reason, people always get surprised. And we do have a bunch left. I would bring Fred Johnson back. As I've said, I would bring Ben Van Sumeren back. And beyond that, we talked about Epps. We got him. Maybe you want Perry Nickerson because he knows the system. You need a long snapper. But, there's guys that are available here. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do. But right now, the way the roster is looking with all those players you've added, looking at green, those are the new players to the team. Gray or silver, whatever you want to call it there, are the reserve future guys. So you see they're adding competition here. You've got a third quarterback. You've got a fourth running back. You have competition in fullback. You have wide receiver 3 now. You have Goedert back. You have a bunch of tight ends now with Munt, Smart, Calcaterra, Jenkins, Bell, and Latu will be there too, but he was working at fullback, so I just put him there. Anyways, offensive line, you got a lot of depth there, but is anyone actually going to be capable of being that swing tackle? That's why I talk about Fred Johnson. But you probably will look into the draft, even though people are high on Williams and Hinton. We'll see. But I like Kendall. I'm intrigued to see what Willie Lampkin brings to the table, but a lot of options in this draft on the line. We'll see where the Eagles go. Then on the defense, getting a starting corner, Tariq Woolen, holy hell, I can't believe it. Epps, that's a starter right there. But you add to the safety room with Gray, and again, you're going to draft somebody, but you're getting guys. Arnold Ebiketie is great to this mix here with Smith and Hunt, but obviously you're going to draft someone there as well, maybe bring in another veteran. The secondary at corner is pretty good. Interior D-line is good too. Linebacker, I know Campbell is banged up, but I like Trotter Jr. and Munden Jr., Chance Campbell as well. So you don't have to go anywhere in this draft, but there's definitely some glaring spots you can bet your ass they're probably going to draft somewhere. But here you see the special teams department. I've added Hollywood Brown and Damian Pierce here. Guys need to contribute in all facets of the game, so that's what I've got. Now, free agency is not over. We will be getting into draft content, but just keep in mind, now, this number will change. This was from yesterday. I didn't even update it yet, but it's going to move around once you get a couple of these guys' contracts on there. But for the most part, it's over $30 million. That's a lot of cap space. Whoever's telling you you need $10 million, $50 million for draft picks, they don't know what they're talking about. You'll need about $5 million for the draft picks. We'll be perfectly fine. We've got a lot of money, whether you want to trade for somebody or do whatever. I know a lot of people want to get rid of A.J. Brown and take on a lot of pointless dead cap. I'm not one of those people. If you're going to get rid of them, it's got to be after June 1st. I'll repeat it. And I know I've been saying it for months upon months upon months, and it's like beating a dead horse. But we finally got other content creators and media people figuring out what contracts do in the NFL and why it's bad to lose money. So we're getting there, guys. But that's what's going down, man. That's what is the free agency tracker at this point. Again, I will keep you up to date with all that stuff, and we'll talk about whatever we need to as it happens. But it's going to be some draft content coming your way here. So we'll get into all the positions, talk about my favorite guys. I don't know if I'll be able to make as much graphics, just like with free agency. It's going to be watered down a little, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to still give you my, honest opinion on everything and give you as much time as I can. But I'm just not going to have time to do those graphics. I just don't have it. But one day, maybe I'll get a graphic designer and I won't have to do it all. Yo, my man Stu, appreciate you tuning in. Still need 3 quarterbacks, folks, are wide. Yeah, you'll probably have a 4th one, a 5th one even. That's just how the offseason works. People are weird. I can't help them. Yo, my man Trell, appreciate you tuning in. E-Money up in the building, and gotcha, giving out those memberships. I cannot thank you enough for that. Thank you. The support is unreal. You guys are awesome. You really are. I cannot thank you enough for it. But we're rocking and rolling here, and we're going to make it through this free agency period, and we're going to get people excited. And we're also going to, get this draft stuff going here so we can get even more excited, right? Blankenship of Dean hurt. The rest we knew. Oh, yeah, we knew it would hurt, but, I mean, it was if you watch this show, it was no-brainer that those guys were gone. So people don't want to watch the show, don't want to listen. I always tell them, hey, that's up to you. That's fine. But if you'd like to know what's actually going to happen, what's coming, tune in, because I like to speak what's the truth here. But it's $4 million, 89, $4 million in less, but I'm not trading AG after. Oh, it's a lot more than $4 million less. It's way different. But you guys have seen this show a million times. I might even still have the graphics. You guys know the difference here is big time. $43 million dead cap this year, or you can actually save $7 million this year. Yep, there it is. So you guys know this show was put out a long time ago. I always make it during the off season. I know I probably do it way too early because I just try to get people ahead of the game so they don't have to be like the media and have no clue what's going on. But I know a lot of people aren't into that. So I try to keep some of these graphics just to show people. But what we talked about months and months ago, and last year even, is the fact that the dead money would make absolutely no sense. Why are you going to lose $20 million more? He's already costing you 23.3 on the cap. So if you trade him right now, you're gaining an additional 20 mil for no reason other than to get rid of him. So you better be getting back a king's ransom if you're paying 43 mil on the cap for a guy that's not here. Now, if you wait till after June 1st, it actually saves you money because you can prorate that dead cap. So that way you actually save the 7 mil. You're only paying 16 for this year's dead cap. And then the next year you pay that other 20 million. So it would make sense. Now, if you feel good this year, you've made the moves you want to take that dead cap, you feel like they're offering you, a first this year, a second, a third next year, whatever. They're making it, hard for you to refuse. Okay. I mean, it's not impossible. I've shown you how you can do it. My thing has just been over the months that people keep saying, today's the day. Oh, I heard from my source. Oh, when they make stuff up every day, I just keep saying it doesn't make any sense. Why at this moment, near the draft, if it starts getting wild, I think things could go down. But I've told you countless times, he's definitely not happy. I don't think that he is here next year, but I'd love to have him. I really would. From what my source told me, not great situation. So doesn't make me feel great. I just don't think Howie, unless, again, he's getting a king's ransom, is just going to be getting rid of one of our best players. Again, you better be getting a king's ransom in return. I don't know that is going to happen. We'll see. Again, only time tells us, guys. Refuse to believe Howie will willingly take. Yeah, we'll see. And I appreciate you, Tiffany. What would make you mad as far as compensation if you traded post-June 1st? Post-June 1st, I mean, you're saving the cap, so that's making me happy. But, I mean, if you're just getting rid of him for peanuts, then I would be happy or upset because you got to get something. He's one of the best. And you just saw, Jalen Waddle, what he went for. You got to get at least a first and maybe even a second or at least a third. So that would be my minimum, but he's better, and he's A.J. Brown, and I think you should be getting a first, second. And if you're doing it dude, it better be insane compensation. It better be a first, second this year, a second next year. I wouldn't be getting rid of one of the best players to lose money. Just makes no sense to me. And yeah, this is really just the fans and media, and they want to talk about it every day. They make sure that this never goes away. They're the ones, when people continuously talk about this and bring it up at all times and always want to get rid of them, that's why it never goes away, because they don't let it go away. So it's just kind of, I don't know. It's been like this for 2 years, so you gotta understand where AJ Brown comes from. It's like, that's got to be pretty annoying to hear, like, your fan base hates you every day, and they want to trade you, and it's just. Even I'm annoyed at this point. It sucks. I want to win Super Bowls. I'm not big on like the New World stuff where people just want to be right about their stupid ass predictions and shit they make up from Ricky ice cream scoops or whatever fuck's going on out there. It's too wild for me, man. I try to just stick to the truth, and I know it pisses everybody off, and it's really weird, but I just try to present facts, and I let people take it from there. And it usually helps to know the facts and how the cap works and how stuff works, how the draft works and what they look for. And that's how I'm able to predict these things and show you these things. People always get upset about it. And it's like, dude, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to show you how things work. So that way you don't have to look like the media, because my God, it's embarrassing at this point. They just make something up every year, and every year people fall for it. And every year we got to deal with it. It's like, dude, I would only follow people that get things right. That would be that's what I do. But if I were people out there, I would be like, you know what? I actually like the fact that somebody brings me real news and gets things right when they predict them. That's me. I just prefer the facts. And in today's world, I know that is not for everyone. But mind if we trade him post June 1st for a second and fourth? Oh, Howie's not doing that. Howie get back minimum 2-1s. Howie will be doing his thing. Man, we trade him. Yeah, we went. Yeah, you were saying. So I don't go by off what stupid kids that play Madden are saying out there. Just because they make something up doesn't make it real. I don't understand the thought process of people out there, but I get it. People get themselves worked up about stuff people make up. My advice would be stop following those people. Stop retweeting them every day. Stop commenting on their stuff nonstop, liking it all the time, making sure everybody sees it, and spreading that fake news daily at all times, nonstop. It would stop if you stop. That's my biggest advice I could give. I don't know how else to stop it. I've done it as much as I could for years. I've taught all your favorite content creators and the media experts and all these people how the cap works. I've tried everything I can to get people to understand just the basics, so that when they call themselves experts, they can at least look semi-knowledgeable on the things they say they're experts on. But again, I can only do so much, and I think we all see that. It's not for everybody. People get pissed off more than they get excited about hearing facts. So for those of you that are sickos, though, I know you enjoy it. So that's why we still roll, baby. And we roll right over these people, because I don't care if you're offended that I know what I'm talking about. Oh, boo-hoo. We hear it every year. Trust me. There's a bunch of D-bags out there that you can happily follow. Happily will tell you absolutely all lies and nothing that will ever happen. And you can be happy. You guys can all take joy in being wrong all the time and then stay angry. I don't know. We, the sickos, will be here enjoying ourselves, because this team's about to have a great draft. We're going to break it all down. There's a lot of positions I've shown you, and we talked about, the positions of need heading into the free agency. We've hit a lot of those, right? We're going to continue now, when I get into this draft stuff, talking about how I feel those positions are now. So we'll move things around. We'll talk about where I think, the Eagles now need to focus. And again, it's the draft. You're not going to go, I have to take a safety in round 1. I got to get an edge here. It's what safeties, what edge are available that, okay, maybe they fall. And that's how I always do my predictions. And you guys know I've missed the last 2 years with my Cooper DeJean and Trey Amos predictions. Turned out to be Quinyon Mitchell and Jihad Gamble. Although we did get Coop, so I'm still excited. But I need to get back on track. So we're going to hit the books, and we're going to try to figure out, who this team really needs to look to add, and where I think other teams are looking. And that's how I do it each year. You guys know how I roll. But I'm going to try to get it back on track for you guys. I do enjoy that streak is over, though, that over my head. And then that year it was like a half win, because we still got Coop, and you guys were like trying to still give me the 6 year. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. I'm stopping. The 5 is over. Please leave me alone. So last year we finally just got completely wrong. Now I can feel good about it. But, dude, but thank you. Born Croy, I appreciate you, dude. Hope you are having a great weekend here. I'm trying to do my best to get out this content. I started a new job and it has been crazy, but I'm doing my best to keep up with it. I like to try to do these recaps on the weekend. I actually had this set up for yesterday. Things just got wild. My grandma's in the hospital, so say a little prayer for her. You guys know my brother was in last week, so it's just trying to find a little peace here in life. Finally got a sale Friday, so I'm starting to feel a little better. We got to thank these clowns in this world for making the gas prices go up right when I get a job where I got to drive all around for hours upon hours all day. Thank you. Need to start making money, guys. Yo, Linda, appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much for that. That is going to help with that gas money. So, well, at least you can count on Howie doing his job. Yeah, exactly. And that's it right there, Linda. You got to have faith. This guy knows what he's doing. And people are going to continue to clown him and say whatever they want to say. And let the drifters drift, man. I can't help them. I believe in Howie. And I do my best to try to get into it, pick his brain and see who he's going to pick and relay that to you guys. And we talked about it last year, I think that Jihad Campbell falling was amazing, but that kind of stuff's always going to happen. So we got to look out for those, underlying little things. So that's something we're going to get back to this year. I'm going to hit the books as best as I can, maybe try to listen to things and do things while I'm driving, just try to figure out ways I can still provide you guys with the best content possible. But thank you so much, Linda, for that super chat. Cannot thank you enough. But comment and pre-post it. It's not your fault, Tiffany. Everybody does it. And it's what I've been trying to get across to people for years. The more you push that stuff every day, the more it doesn't go away. So if you want more of my stuff, like that, repost that. I would actually appreciate, and I know you do, Tiffany. I'm saying to everybody, the more you do that, the more we overtake. And that has been the goal for years upon years upon years. I've been doing this since 1932, I feel like. And I have tried my best. And obviously, I have forced people to learn how the cap works. I have forced people to learn what football is on the field and off. And I've called them out for their fake bullshit, but they continue pushing lies. They continue with the fake trades and all that shit. They're never going to stop, unfortunately. But I'm going to be here to combat it, and I promise you I'm not going to stop. So F those clowns. And yeah, Born Croy, we do a mock draft every year. We do all kinds of fun stuff. What I like to do is, and again, it's going to be watered down this year, and I'm so sorry for that. But what I usually do, and I'm going to try, but I go through every single position. So we'll start off, we'll talk about quarterbacks. I will go through every single quarterback. We'll talk about guys I think are day 1, day 2, day 3. And we'll talk about where I think the Eagles should be looking. So quarterback, I would say more so day 2, day 3. So you're talking, each position I do that. And then I give you my top fits for the Eagles. So we go through, a few of those. And, I think that, it's great to do it that way. And it's awesome when we get a lot of those guys. And I love that, we see, right, the sickos, we see Howie's vision. We know what this team is trying to look like here to be a contender. So it makes it easier to focus on certain players. Like Jalen Hunt, when no one in the media knew who he was, and I had videos about him before the draft, why we should draft him. It's how we roll in these parts, man. And I think that I'm going to do my best this year to point out everything I can. I think free agency, we didn't get to do that. We didn't get to go through each position like I like to, but the draft's more important. So I'm going to try to at least do that, and then maybe just pick like 2 or 3. It's going to be so nuts, right? So I don't know. We'll see. But let's see. We have like a month, right? So I'm going to try my best. Chelsea's birthday is coming up Friday, so this weekend's going to be kind of wild for me. And then the next weekend, we're going to be doing stuff, so I'll be pretty tied up there too, because I turned 40. So then it's going to be wild. But I'm trying to figure out how to do this, so we'll see if we can fit this all in. But yeah, so don't want AJ traded. Yeah, me neither. Thank you for the prayers, Nina. Can't thank you enough. But AJ comment on speakeasy means yes, he's getting traded. Bass rusher, yeah, we still need that. Just like we were talking about there. AJ for Crosby. Yeah, I highly doubt that, but you never know how he can do. I don't know that that's the move. I don't know that he's trading him to the Vikings, but I think that Jonathan Greenard, is somebody that obviously we've talked about on the show for 2-3 years now. I'm a big fan of his game. Obviously, people are figuring out who he is this year, and I'm happy for that because he's good. And I think very underrated in this league. Last year, he woke some people up. This dude would be awesome. You add him to the mix, and I would be quite pumped. Still a young man. And I think, again, you're going to go into this draft. We're looking to get younger. That's where, and I like Max Crosby, but I just don't think we're going to give up the draft capital. We're building a juggernaut here. We've still got a great foundation. I'm not going to get away from that. I really think that this team has built something special with the pieces they have, that each year when you lose these free agents and you have certain draft picks, you can stay excited because you know that Howie's doing his thing. You've already seen in free agency. We're going to do what we need to do. And Howie's already doing that, man. Don't let people get you twisted. But in the end, I would keep A.J. Brown. Like, you can continue to add, but you don't have to get rid of him just because the fans hate him and the media hates him. I would keep him, and I would actually see what this Sean Mannion offense. And I know everybody's going to be calling the fire Sean Mannion, the first quarter, but let's give it some time. With every coach, it's fire them all the time. And they hate them. Even when we win Super Bowls, they want to fire our coaches. We have the dumbest media and fans in the world, and it is embarrassing as hell. But so I'm grateful for you sickos, because we at least are a completely different sect of the fan base that actually knows what we're talking about and enjoys Eagles football. I don't know where I guess winning Super Bowls brought these people on. But oh God, it's bad out there. Wanting for that JC, you won't have to want for much, but he doesn't have to get that done until next year. So Greener just tweeted a club. He tweeted something else. That's all. He posted something yesterday about like God is good or something. And I know people, anytime anybody posts anything, they'll just make whatever their narrative is, they will create it. But if there's something else, I would be intrigued to see that. But still have time for Jay. Yeah, there's no rush. Again, you can't listen to people in the media that don't know anything about what they're talking. See, they have to create these things because they told you he was getting traded away. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard from Little Ricky or whatever. But I just think, you have to understand when these things are coming. And you saw during that show, how we can create cap space. We can do that by extending Jalen Carter. So if you want more, okay. But you want to keep him. You want to keep him, not just for money reasons. He's really good. So he'll get his extension. I can promise you that. But right now, we're figuring everything else that needs to happen. I get that everybody wants this to be Madden and everything to happen in one day, but that's just never how it happens. And that's why I have these shows. That's why I explain it every single year. And I watch people do the same thing every year. Fall for the media bait. Everybody's getting traded. Everybody sucks. Okay. God help us. But I love you guys, and I appreciated y'all tuning in here. But I'm gonna have a busy day tomorrow. I'm already feeling beat up. I'm not seeing. Damn, I didn't even get my appointment yet, and it is 8:54. What in the Lord's name is going on here? That's BS. BS. But anyways, I will hope to get that done. But oh yeah, they just make stuff up. Phillips, we didn't know that he would be back. As I told you way months ago, Jordan Davis will get extended this year, and you saw that. And then I told you, Jalen Carter doesn't have to. So again, you can wait for the media to figure these things out, or you can just tune in and learn all this stuff months in advance when it's important to know. But I get it, man. They don't want to do the work. They just want to get paid and confuse everybody and get clicks for making shit up. That's cool, man. I don't get as many clicks because I only post what's actually happening and real things that happen. So it is what it is, man. People hate the truth, and I've already known that for the last 25 years of my life. Trust me. But it's okay. It really is. It's fun to stand against the masses. It always has been. It's nice to be right. It's nice to know what I'm talking about, doing the work, putting in the work for you guys, and you guys always appreciating it is what really makes me happy. Tuning in. Lynn's always giving memberships like every effing show. You guys are always super chatting, give it and you know how much I need it right now. That the continued support is beyond unreal. You guys went above and beyond with that post I made last month. Just, you guys have been incredible. You helped me keep this channel going, get this new job, pay for my car getting fixed, all those things that were crushing me, man. And you guys were there to support me. So I just want you to know, I'm always going to be here for you, even And you've seen it, even with this crazy job, I make sure to give you as much time as I possibly can. So I'm always going to be here. You've seen this show live from the hospital bed. I don't give a damn if this disease tries to take me out, if work's trying to take it. Nothing's going to stop me from giving you sickos the information you deserve, because somebody's got to stand up to these clowns out here, man. Somebody's got to do it. And I refuse to lay down. And I've been doing this for years, and it's sad to watch it continuously happen each year, but we're going to keep going, man. Let's ride. But hey, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. Oh, my Graham, it just kills me to see her in the hospital, really. But let's hope it's all for the best. We get things figured out here. But I appreciate that, really do. And thank you, Alfredo. I'm glad you enjoy, and I'm always here. If you guys ever have questions, anything, you need anything, and I always say this, not to preach to you, but I mean it. Met a great guy on Saturday. Went on my lead. Ended up staying an extra hour and a half even after I didn't make the sale. And I told him, look, man, I got to win today because I got to talk to you, try to help your son. It's always about just helping each other. We're brothers and sisters out here, man. We don't need to let the media divide us. We don't let, these clowns, as I've tried my whole life to stand up to this, man, and nobody's believed me. And now they're starting to see exactly what I've said. I ain't so much of a drifter. It's just the truth hurts, and it's scary, and I get that. But that's why I made this channel, so I can at least have my peace with my Eagles. But no, God forbid, we tell the truth anywhere in life. You know what I mean? But look, dude, I'm rambling. I just want you to know I love you, and I'm always here for you. But talking to that guy really just made me feel good. I want you guys to know, when I say that stuff, I genuinely mean it, because I'm always here. I've been to hell and back, and I just want you to know I created this channel on my deathbed because I wanted somebody to stand up for the truth and up to this BS that's out here. And you guys helped me grow this into something I never thought it would be. So you sickos, love each and every one of you, and really just know I can't do this without you. So keep tuning in. I'll keep doing my best to put out the content. And hey, look, Tiffany, I appreciate that. I try to do, what I can, but I love having a good time too. And I love the live shows where we get the BS, but I always put out those other videos to just give you the information I know you guys want. So it's all for you. Just know. And I like it too. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this, or I wouldn't still do it. I prefer to be the truth. I like standing up, and I like that you guys have a place where hey, if this is actually happening, this dude's probably talking about it. If he's not talking about it, it's not going to happen. So I just think that makes me feel good to know that you guys trust me. And obviously I back it up with years and years, and I've never once lied to you. And I've always shown you, what my sources are telling me. I don't like to hide things from you. I like to be upfront as much as I can with as much information as I'm allowed to share with you. I will always do that. You guys were lucky enough to tune in when we knew Saquon was coming that morning before, 5 hours before it even happened. That kind of stuff I live for, man. That's awesome to me. And only the few, that actually trust in me and tune in, you got to see stuff like that over the years. And obviously it's grown. And you guys, man, oh yeah, you've really grown this thing. And I know it's not much. And you guys are always saying I should have 100,000. And I love that, man. You guys are awesome. I wish more people were into it. But as long as you are, just know I'm going to keep showing up. So thank you for the kind words. Thank you for taking the time tonight. If you guys have any further questions, anything, you're thinking about, I'm always here, man. You guys know that. And I will always get back to you when I can. If I miss it, which I always miss everything because it's just pure pandemonium for me, just know I will get back to it. I am always trying to do what I can, but it gets insane for me sometimes trying to keep up. So just realize that. But it doesn't look like it's going to let me hit my music. Sometimes it just freezes over here. I don't know why it does that. I can never change it either. I don't know what it wants me to do there. All right. It says I can go back to my old brand. It will let me do that. You guys want to go back? You want to go back in time? Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what pictures we've got here. It's frozen. For some reason it's not letting me scroll. Let me try this. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. It's just frozen on me now. Now I don't even know where my cursor is. Hello? Oh my God. Hold on. Trying to see where I went here. Guys, I don't know what's happening here. What the fuck? All right, so it's not letting me do anything. Oh, now I just somehow created 2 new Johns. Okay. It is not letting me scroll, but I do see some pictures here. Oh my God. Dude, wait till you see this. We got the old pictures of our coaching staff when we first. Oh my Lord. Oh, look at that Steichen in there. Jeez, Jonathan Gannon. Oh, everyone's favorite. Oh man, the Godfather. Oh my Lord. Oh, look at this one. This Hurts QB1 material. I think that show was a hit. I remember trying to stand up to people. This is when Wentz was going. Everybody said they were going to stop being an Eagles fan. And I was like, yeah. I've seen a few players leave before. But, okay, that was a fun little walk down memory lane. Now it's not going to let me. Damn. It's not letting me switch back now. Oh, I'm back. Okay. So we're going to get out of here before things get wild. But, look at these trade post June 1st. Yeah, somebody is saying something, repeating me. I can't scroll up and see who it is, but yes, post June 1st. Hold on, let me try. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the rest of it. AJ related. So from what your source is saying, unless I change the mind, how I like it. Well, yeah, AJ really wants to be gone. So I mean, it just sounds like it's gonna happen. Related. So from where? Okay. See you on the next one. Yes, technology really sucks. It's pissing me off right now extremely badly. But just know I love you guys and appreciate all of you taking the time here tonight. Again, if you need anything, you can always reach out. Always here for you guys as you are for me. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!